it's Lisa Filia, your confidence coach for your career. Now, I want to talk to you today about decision making. I bring this up because so many of my clients, and myself included, have struggled to make quick decisions. And really, the heart of coaching is in helping people to make decisions. So, what I want to do is I want to talk about why that is and then offer you a solution to help you make quicker decisions. And then, if you want to dive deeper in this, I'll share with you how you can do a 60-minute call with me where we can talk about your life specifically and help you make some decisions there. All right, so to get started, decisions. Why is it so hard for us to make them? Here's what I find. It's because we are, at least for me, it's because I'm so afraid that I'll make the wrong decision and then I like spiral out about what that will mean. If I don't choose the right option, what does that say about me? What type of result will that create? How will I have derailed all of the other steps to come for my life? It's like I see this decision will determine the rest. And then I make that decision, and then the next decision could determine everything. And finally I make that decision, and then the next. It's like so much weight on every decision. And that makes it quite hard to make quick decisions. So what I invite you to do is, instead of asking, am I making the right decision? It's asking, what am I trying to create for myself here? What's the outcome I'm after? What is it I'm wanting as a result of what I decide? When you ask yourself that question, as opposed to, is this the right decision or what's the right decision, it changes the whole dynamic for how you approach the decision-making process. Because now it's less about right or wrong, good or bad, and instead about what you want. Because really, there's multiple ways to get to where you're wanting to go. When you're following Google directions or whatever you use in your car, I don't really have a sense of direction. And so I'm often navigating with Google. And she'll tell me exactly where to turn. And sometimes I'll miss the turn, or I'll go the wrong way, or I won't believe her and I'll do what I think is right. And she always corrects and says, okay, it's either U-turn or now turn left here, now turn right there. And if you mess up again, guess what? She doesn't just say, well, you're toast, you're never going to get there, good luck. She goes, make a left here. Like, she fixes it. And I bring this up because it's like that with decisions. There's no right or wrong decision. There's multiple ways to get to where you're wanting to go. And so when we ask ourselves that question of, what is it that I'm wanting? Where am I wanting to go? And we define that for ourselves, then we can say, okay, which path do I want to take to get there? Not which is the right path, but which path do I want to take? If you still feel like you don't know, ask yourself, what would I need to know to be able to answer this question? If your brain says more information and you can get that information, I invite you to go ahead and get the information, but do so immediately. Don't let this be some long, drawn-out process. Just give yourself a deadline. Say, okay, I'm going to get that information today. By Friday, I'm going to make my decision. Because what might happen is you get the more information, and then your brain's going to say, but now we need to know this. And then we need to know that. And it's going to keep you in this cycle. And if it does this, it's because you don't believe that there is no right decision. So when your brain's constantly saying, I need more data, I need more information, and it's never satisfied when you get information, it's because you think there's a right decision. But there's not. Because even though Siri or whoever talks to you when you're navigating has the path that they say to go down, that's not necessarily the right path. It's probably calculated by whatever is the shortest time or no toll roads. But if your goal was that you wanted to see all the sights or not go on the freeway or whatever, a different path would be the one. So there's no right path, truly. Truly, there is no right path. There are multiple avenues and ways for you to get to where you're wanting to go. Just like when you're listening to the GPS, and just like with any decision that you're wanting to make for your life. And there's always a way to recalibrate and redirect if you start to feel like you're going in a direction that you no longer want to go down. It's never too late. There's always a way. So that takes the pressure off. You ask yourself, where is it that I'm wanting to go? Which of these options do I want to use to get there? If your brain says, I don't know, you ask, what would I need to know? If your brain gets that information and still doesn't know, then just ask yourself, if I did know, what would I do? And then decide and move forward. And that's it. I think another thing too that stops us from being able to do this is we think that it should feel good when we know what the decision is that we want to make. But what I found is whatever decision I decide, often in that moment, I'm not feeling good unless it's super obvious to me about what I want. There's a hesitancy or an anxiousness either way. So if I chose A, I'm a little anxious, but if I had chosen B, I might still be anxious. And it's just a part of the decision-making process because you're moving forward, you're taking a chance, you've decided. Doesn't mean you should all of a sudden feel good. You might, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. So just don't let anxiety or doubt let you think, oh no, I've made a tragic mistake. I need to rethink everything. Okay? Because that's often a part of the process, even when you've decided on your decision. All right. That's what I have for you today. This can help you to make decisions, and it can help you to know that there's no wrong decision. So just go ahead and make one and see what happens. All right. If you want help with making decisions and you are ready to start making some for yourself, let's set up a consultation call. This is the next step to helping you with your decision-making process and with you creating the life that you want. You can sign up for this session by going to my website at www.lisaphilia.com/schedule. That's www.lisaphilia.com/schedule. All right, I look forward to working with you and having you on that call. We'll talk soon. Bye.